Oh man, welcome back to No Excuses, man. Another episode of the fourth quarter fat. We are live.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Man, before we go any further, fat, will you please tell the good people at home what to do?
Like, comment, man. Share, subscribe. Hit your post notifications so you know when we post, man. Keep running it up, man. We appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. Last Saturday was a tough watch, man.
Yeah.
It was a tough watch because it's one of them weird games. Well, I don't feel like Alabama got straight up outplayed and they found a way to real deal. I feel like that game was more about how Alabama lost it than how Tennessee won it. But
Yeah.
I'll be getting into that later, man. You know how we always start off, man. You get your thoughts, man. Alabama falls to Tennessee on the road, 24-17, man, in Knoxville, Tennessee. Got the victory, man. So, Fat, give me your thoughts on Alabama performance the other day against Tennessee.
Well, when we first started out, man, I like the way that our defense was playing. I like how they was, attacking, how they was able to, cause problems, get, turnovers, and just, cause problems early in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I was really surprised by them being stepping up the way that they did against Tennessee. But even though Nico did, overthrow some throws that receivers was open on, but our defense still overall in the first half played, they played good enough to, keep it like it was. You know what I'm saying? But offensively, man, we had a long day offensively, man. We couldn't capitalize off the mistakes that Tennessee was making. Like we were getting in this like when that quarterback, the backup quarterback came in and threw that threw a pass, a long pass as soon as he came into the game. Like that's basically like a slap in the face to Alabama defense because it's like they tried that. I can't believe they, tried that. Usually when they bring a backup in, they just hand it off to the running back or something like that. But for them to come in and just be that bold and trust and they backups, they back up to throw the ball down the field on Alabama secondary like that. That was crazy to me. But even we caught the interception, Malachi Moore caught the interception. We got the ball in the middle of the field in our territory, I believe, and we still didn't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we just weren't capitalizing off of nothing. Like we was getting turnovers, but we weren't capitalizing. Um, Nico ended up coming back in. He threw an interception. We didn't capitalize off that. So Tennessee was just on the silver platter giving us the game. We just wouldn't take it. It's like we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot with the penalties, not executing offensively. You know what I'm saying? I think the offensive game plan was kind of, skeptical, but it wouldn't have been as bad if Miro was able to execute the throws that he needed to make consistently because it was the when you go back and watch the game, them passes was the, them they was there though, man. Like Ryan Williams was open on a lot of them plays, man. He was, doing the best he could. He was kind of getting held, but that's whatever. I'm not making no excuses about that. You know what I'm saying? But um, I just think offensively we need to expand our, use more of our players, man. We got valuable players, man. Use your running backs, man. Like you have two great running backs, I believe. Justin Haynes and Jan Miller are good running backs, man. You need to use them. You need to start using more than just. And I like Ryan Williams, man. But that's a lot. That's a tough ask for you to throw the ball to a 17-year-old that many times and expect good things to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two Jalen Miro, two Ryan Williams for me. You know what I'm saying? I love Ryan Williams, but we got other players that's good too, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to use the other players, man. And Miro, you feel me? He won the best in the world. That was probably the worst game Miro played to me since I seen him at Alabama. just a simple fact of I expected more out of Jalen Milroe because he's the veteran going. I see Nico having struggles early, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't look that good in this game either. But I expected that from him. I expected more out of Jalen Milroe just because he's been there and done that. He's played in a lot of big games. So I would expect him to show up better than he did. You know what I'm saying? So it was just offensively, man, we couldn't we couldn't string together nothing. We couldn't get nothing going offensively. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee, credit to their defensive line. That's a hell of a defensive line. I'm not taking nothing away from them. But when the play calling was as simple as it wasn't really that hard to stop to me, for real, for real. Because you doing, like I said, you either run the mirror or throwing the ball down the field. And I don't understand why on first down, when we get 4 or 5 yards, on second down, we just get out of it. We just start throwing the ball, going air raid with the ball. I don't understand that. Like, if we get 4 or 5 yards to pop, that's winning football. That's positive yards. You can build from that. Like, why not build on that instead of just dropping back, bailing out, throwing, 50-50 balls? Like, I don't understand that. We need to get better on that. And that play on the on like the 3 or 4 yard line, when we threw that fade, I don't know what that was about. That was terrible. I didn't like that situation. If you're gonna do that, you should have threw it to the taller receiver and Caleb Odoms, and you end up throwing to the smaller guy. And it already wasn't a great play call, and then Jalen Milroe didn't make the situation no better by throwing it straight to the cornerback. Like, he's thrown like 3 interceptions in the red zone this season. Like, I don't know why in the red zone we're struggling in the red zone with a running quarterback and a line that's this big, and a lineman like Tyler Booker and Kane Proctor on the left side, which been money all season. Why we didn't line up and run on that side? I don't understand it. That didn't make sense to me. I couldn't make any sense out of that. But yeah, defensively, they played good enough for you. Alabama defense played good enough for you to win that ball game. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like I say, Nico missed throws, but that's a win for the defense. Hey, he didn't complete the passes. That's a win for my defense. You know what I'm saying? So the defense played well enough for you to win that game. Offensively, you got nothing from your offense all day at all. You got nothing from your offense. That was a terrible offensive performance from an offensive coach that Kalen DeBoer is. Like, that just wasn't a good look. Like, 17 points, man. Like, come on, fam. Tennessee defense is good, but we made them look way better than what they really is by the play calling that we had. Play calling wasn't the best in the world, but like I say, I seen that what they was trying to do, and it was there, but it was still like, all right, fam, run the ball. Like, this is not Pac-12 football. Like, we don't throw the ball, we don't air raid and throw our quarterback 45 to 50 times a game. Like, Miro should never throw that many times in the game, man. Like, I don't want none of my any quarterback we have. I don't want him throwing that many times, man, because that's a recipe for disaster. It just is, man. You can't play that. That's not winning football.
You know, it's it's episodes like this, man, and watching games like I watched the other day, that being the adamant Jalen Milroe supporter that I am, tough episode, man. It was a tough watch. It was a tough watch, man. But when I come on here, man, what I try to make a goal to do is to speak the truth from what I saw. And I believe in telling it like it is. The name of this platform is No Excuses. I refuse to give in to anybody. So
Yeah.
I'm a start here. I'm a start here. The other day, Saturday, in that game against Tennessee, that to me was by far the worst performance of Jalen Milroe career. Yes, it's worse than Texas last year. For anybody that want to argue that,
Yeah.
that was worse than
Yeah.
Texas. That
Yeah.
other day was worse than Texas for me.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on. Jalen Milroe has thrown the ball more than 30 times, I think 2 times in his career since he's been a starting quarterback at Alabama, right?
Yeah.
In fact, do you recognize Jalen Milroe had 27 pass attempts the other day in the first half?
You said what now?
I said, do you recognize that fact that Jalen Milroe had 27 pass attempts the other day in the first half alone?
Yeah. That's
Let me put this into context. Nico had 28 pass attempts all game.
yeah.
Milroe threw the ball as much in the first half as Nico did in the entire football game.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Watching the game, during the game, I didn't like I didn't like it. It felt like we was trying to force feed Ryan with it felt like
Yeah.
we were trying to push the issue, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought
And
about
it
that.
was there.
I've thought about that since then. I have thought
It
about
was
that
there.
since then. I'm no longer mad at that. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
why.
It was
I'm
there.
gonna tell you why I'm not mad at that. For starters, Ryan Williams is he's our best weapon on offense. We all know that. Cool.
Yeah.
And in that matchup that he was in, he was winning a lot of the battles one-on-one. Miro was just missing him.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
While I think the game plan, we still too damn pass heavy for me. I've been saying that for weeks now. So I'm not going to keep reiterating that. Yeah. I've been saying the running backs ain't getting enough touches. I've been saying that for weeks.
Yeah.
The running backs not getting enough touches. That didn't just start the other day. That's been going on all damn season. Right?
Yeah.
So that's a point of emphasis that I've been brought up. So I'm not even going to keep reiterating that. This is the first time I felt, because even with our running backs not getting the ball as much as I felt like they should have, our offense has felt way more balanced because you were running Jalen Milroe. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine. The problem comes in when you're not calling runs for Milroe and you're running the running backs.
Yeah.
It's real talk, man. Right now, we have no running game. I think Jalen Milroe was injured. He definitely beat up, and I think it's being undisclosed. I understand it. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I will say. Jalen Milroe, we all know because we watch the games. He's at his best whenever the legs are working. What do I mean by that? When the legs are working, the defenses have to account for him on the edges, in the run game. That opens up everything to throw the ball, makes it a whole lot easier. When Jalen Milroe ain't running the ball and you're not running the running backs, there's no running game to fear at all. These defensive ends just lining up, pinning the ears back, coming at and knocking hell out goddamn Milroe. Right?
Yeah.
I thought the game plan the other day, the Ryan Williams force feed thing aside, I'm not necessarily, it wasn't the greatest game plan in the world, but you have to incorporate running the football more. You have to. You just have to.
Yeah.
What's really infuriating about that game the other day, if you're an Alabama fan, is because I'm with you, man. Tennessee first drive, Malachi Moore forced a fumble on Dylan Sampson. Alabama recovered. We do nothing with it. They backup quarterback come in, throw an interception. Malachi Moore returns it to the 35-yard line. We do nothing with it. Now at this point, before the next interception, I think we don't went up 7-0 by the time the third turnover will come. Jalen Mbakwe catch an interception. We do nothing with it. We had 3 turnovers forced by our defense in the first half, and at halftime that score was 7-0. Think about this. Yeah. Earlier in the season, Alabama offense was in the talks of being the best in the country.
Yeah.
In the country. The regression of this offense the last 3 weeks it's mind-boggling to me. And I think it comes down to one thing and one thing only. I think Jalen Milroe is far from 100% healthy. And if he ain't healthy and you can't use his legs, I want to make this very clear. When I say you can't bench Milroe, I mean that from a just performance standpoint. If he ain't healthy and you want to win this game against Missouri, with Ty Simpson or Austin Mack or whoever the backup quarterback who would be named the starter in case Milroe couldn't play. We assume it's Ty Simpson. I would say it's Ty Simpson. And if Milroe's not 100%, if Milroe can't give you everything, if sitting him can make him healthier, if you can trust Simpson to win you a game against Missouri, you go until you buy, do you bring Milroe back against LSU? I'm all for that plan.
Me too.
Because if Milroe gonna play against Missouri, you can't play football not being able to do everything that you can do. I watched a quarterback the other day that was extremely unconfident. There were plays when he dropped back with lanes wide open to run and he would not run.
Yeah.
The other day, man, that Milroe was awful the other day. He was awful the other day. I can't defend it. What I'm not trying to do is defend it. I'm just simply trying to state the reason why I think he was awful. The play calling wasn't the best in the world, although I'm not mad at throwing the ball to Ryan Williams a lot, because what I want, even me included watching the game, us as Alabama fans to understand, we could get mad at that. Don't act like y'all ain't seen Bama do no force feed. When Blake Sims was the quarterback, they force fed Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
when Jalen Waddle got hurt, they force fed Devontae Smith in 2020.
Yeah.
Let's not act like this is brand new. It's not brand new. It's not.
No.
It's not brand new. If Ryan and then him being 17 while he's young, he can handle the load.
Yeah.
A lot of them plays, Milroe was just missing Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
He was beating the dude, man. So I'm not as mad with the whole force feed thing as I initially was during the game. I sat back and thought about it, went back and watched some clips on it. The game plan, that part of it wasn't that bad, but all in all, man, the Alabama right now on offense, they don't trust the running game and the offensive line to get a push. Right now, they're treating second downs like third downs, and that's why they're seeing so many third and longs.
Yeah.
Alabama, I saw this the other day. Josh Pate dropped the stat. Alabama had 53 third downs this year. 53, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
33 of the 53 have been 3rd and 7 or longer.
Yeah.
The other 20 have been 3rd and 3 or longer. And on the ones that are 3rd and 3 or shorter, Alabama is converting at 75% rate. That's 15 out of 20. Alabama got to stay ahead of the sticks. Now, Alabama problem, that ain't always play calling. Some of that is penalties. Oh, my goodness. This team is so undisciplined, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they very undisciplined.
I don't want people to point to that being a Kalen DeBoer issue, because this team has had being heavily penalized issue for the last 3 years, even under Saban.
Yeah.
So that right there, that's a problem. At the end of the game, Kendrick Law getting the personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct for pushing the dude head. The dude did swing back at Kendrick Law.
Yeah.
That should have been a double penalty, offsetting penalties. But in kneeling, Alabama ain't getting that. James Pierce was obviously offside on that 1/3 down, but Alabama's not getting that. Ryan Williams got held, defensive pass interference, grab, damn near tackle, back-to-back plays in the end zone.
Bullshit. Yeah, that was bullshit.
Alabama's not getting that. Yeah. I'm not making excuses saying the officials cost Alabama the game, because I don't believe that. Because Milroe was so goddamn bad, the officials didn't even have to help.
Yeah.
I'm just stating that the officiating one of the greatest in the world on both sides, because hell, Tennessee had 211 penalties.
Yeah.
It was a play Bernard got face mask on Bernard. Bernard grabbed his face mask too. That should have been offset foul.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That was bullshit.
I tell the truth. Like, the officiating was terrible. The SEC officiating has been terrible all goddamn year. They called back a pass interference on Texas. I'm not gonna get into that. The SEC officiating has been extremely inconsistent this year, but I digress. But Alabama the other day, man, you have to lean into the run game. You cannot win without no running game, a suspect secondary, and being that undisciplined. It's hard to win ball games that way, because you having to overcome too much.
Yeah.
You overcoming way too much, man. It's just too much to overcome.
Yeah.
But we're real talk, but I can't say all that. I give the credit to Tennessee that they deserve, because Tennessee tried to give it away. Alabama wouldn't take it. And I will say this, man, Tennessee leaned on their running game in the second half. In fact, it's kind of one of them funny kind of games because you go back and you look at Dylan Sampson numbers. I want to say he had 26 carries for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. But watching that game, I don't feel like he ran all over Alabama. What did them numbers say?
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he had a good game. It don't seem
He
like
had some
his
quiet
game was
good
as
numbers.
good as those numbers suggest.
He had some quiet good game to me.
Right. Silent but effective.
Yeah, it was effective. Yeah.
But Alabama got to run the football more with the backs. They got to.
They have to run the ball,
You have to. You have to run the football. Fact, what if I told you right now that J.M. Miller and Justin Haynes are both averaging right at 6 yards per carry?
Yeah.
They are.
They don't get the ball. They don't get the ball.
The running game works.
Yeah.
We not running the ball enough is the problem.
Yeah, they don't get the ball. They don't get the ball, man, at all. And I still want other guys to be utilized on this offense. I want to see more Kendra Law. I want to see more players get used, man.
Jeremy Bernard,
yeah, all of them. I want all of them to get involved, man.
Yes.
The only game I can say that they involved everybody in was when they played Wisconsin. I think everybody got a piece of the pie that day.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to go back to that. That's probably the best game I've seen where we utilize more than just Miro and Ryan Williams. Yeah, man, we got to utilize our weapons, man, because we got weapons on this offense. This offense is very, very athletic, man. Very fast. This is a good offense. You got very good players.
So with that being said, all right, we done got that out. Now it's time to officially shift the energy towards Missouri. I do want to make a note too, Fat Man. I think we finna start recording these episodes on Mondays or Tuesdays because I feel like by the time Wednesday and Thursday come around, we should definitely be talking about the next game.
Yeah.
Like we got to start doing these more closer to Saturday than we doing.
Yeah.
We'll make a note to correct that moving forward, man, because it's Wednesday. We shouldn't be podding about the Alabama-Tennessee game Wednesday. That shit was Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, let's try to get better with that as far as that goes. But moving on, man, to the Alabama-Missouri game, man. Missouri come to town, 2:30 kickoff, man, in Bryant-Denny, Alabama back at home. If I'm not mistaken, it is homecoming, if I'm not mistaken, for Alabama. I saw Coach Shepard today talking about how Tyler Booker been had a different kind of fire all week. He been holding guys accountable, man, basically bucking at everybody like, hey, in so many words, he can't say this, but wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's time. Now, we done lost twice, niggas. It's do or die time now, back against the wall.
Yeah.
It seems as if the intensity, I've been seeing things about their paying attention to the smaller detail, small shit like shirts tucked in and all that type of shit like that right there. It's time to get back to more buttoned up. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not somebody that has a problem with Kalen DeBoer's loose, fun program that he running this more. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a tight ship like Nick. I don't have a problem with that at all, because I feel like there's two different ways to skin a cat. At the same time, Kalen DeBoer is seeing by Alabama right now, we might be been a little bit too loose.
Yeah.
You ain't got to run it like Nick per se, because that ain't you. Do your own damn thing. Be your own man. And I like Kalen DeBoer for that. But we can, hey, let's tighten this motherfucker up a little bit. We a little too damn loose.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So with that being said, man, moving into the Missouri game, man, tell me what you look forward to in this matchup, Alabama and Missouri.
Well,
and before you go, it got announced today that Missouri star running back is out.
Okay.
Missouri star running back will miss the game.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. Missouri, I know, they got them receivers that's good. You know what I'm saying? I heard Brady Cook was kind of. I know he had went to hospital last week and they brought him back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how healthy he is. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So I don't know, but I know that they gonna try to attack our DBs because that's what everybody been doing all season. You know what I'm saying? We got to be ready. Our DBs got to be ready to, ready for the challenge. They got to be up for the challenge because Burton is a guy that's gonna play on Sundays, man. He's a very good wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, he that. Um, but I did hear that Missouri. I ain't watched a whole lot of Missouri this year, but I did hear that Missouri defense isn't that great. So maybe our offense can that can light a fire up on our offense, and we actually come out and execute a little better than what we did last game. You know what I'm saying? That can work in our favor there. Um, I think that Alabama, you now know that you in desperation mode, so you have to, give it your all. You at home, you gotta rep what I'm saying, you gotta rep your home. Um, I feel like um in this game, I want to see us, like I say, lean with the run. I want to see my running backs. I know it sounds like a broken record, and we keep saying it over and over again. But I really think that this game, that the running backs will be very effective in if we run the ball. Like we need to run the ball in this game for real, for real. Like, and then if we do get a lead, we need to hold the lead by running the ball. Like we got to get better at this managing, like being able to manage a game and be able to kill a team whenever we got the upper hand. Like this team need to get a killer instinct. Like we haven't mastered that killer instinct thing yet. And I think this week will be, especially if the defense if they say if Missouri defense is as bad as people say it is, if we able to be successful on offense and we get us a pretty good lead, I want to see us be able to go ahead and shut the door with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it up. Don't give up the lead with stupid penalties and a lot of self-inflicted stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of these games, Bama, they lost 2 games, but these 2 games that they could have won, it just, like I say, self-inflicted stuff, like penalties, um, just self-inflicted stuff, just after the play, like what Kendra Law did. You know what I'm saying? Just stupid stuff like that, like just getting yourself and shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? So if we can just clean up that, man, and get our offense back on track this week, I think we're gonna be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Alabama can cover the points. I think they can. If like I said, Missouri defense is as bad as people say it is, you know what I'm saying? Because and then they say that Missouri offensive line ain't that great either. You know what I'm saying? They say Brady Cook been running for his life damn near all season. So I heard about that. You know what I'm saying? That'll be, a game that LT Overton, you know what I'm saying? My boy, what's the other one? 34.
Q Robinson,
Um, Q Robinson. What's the other one on the other side?
Quay Russo.
Clay Russo. He been trying to battle his way back into it. You know what I'm saying? Because he had got hurt and stuff like that. But
Right.
this is a good week that our defensive line should be able to eat pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them come out firing, doing what they're supposed to do, get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? To cause Brady Cook some problems early. You know what I'm saying? Get him a rattle. That way he don't have time to, settle in and start throwing them deep balls that we've been having problems with all season. It's a way to stop that. You got to be able to put pressure in the backfield to make him, make them throws not look as easy. If he complete them, make it, even if he complete them, make it difficult on him. Don't just have him back there just being able to just pick who you want to throw the ball to with no pressure getting to him. You know what I'm saying? I want to see us get some pressure and be able to get the Brady Cook this week, which I think we can. You know what I'm saying? So it's homecoming, man. You gotta win homecoming and shit. It's homecoming. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why Bama is a 13.5 favorite. Like, I don't think Missouri is that good, man. Like Alabama should win this game.
So key matchups I'm looking at going into it, man. Obviously, number one is Missouri's wide receivers against Alabama's secondary, which is now depleted. Keon Sabb, broken foot. He's out indefinitely. I'm not sure if he's out for the rest of the year, but he's definitely out for a while.
Yeah.
Got to monitor that with Keon Sabb. The other day, Xavier Brown got hurt. I ain't heard what the injury was, but I know he ended up getting hurt in the game. So I don't know the status of him playing Saturday. Devontae Smith got hurt. Red Morgan got hurt. I thought Bray Hubbard came in and played well for Keon Sabb. King Mack played the other day. He got ripped. He's a young player, so I can't even talk bad about King Mack because he ain't played really. We've been rotating a lot of DBs, but King Mack ain't really been part of that rotation.
Yeah.
So I ain't got nothing bad to say about his play the other day. I thought he battled him, man. He did all he could do while he was in there. But you expect he to practice with the one lunch more this week. I expect him to look better this week. But a key matchup is gonna be Luther Burden, Theo Weiss, and I forgot their third receiver's name against Alabama secondary. Like I said, it just depleted, so we'll see how that plays out. I've watched Missouri play twice this year. I watched them play Texas A&M. They got smacked by Texas A&M. But early in that game, man, they caught a touchdown. They got called back, and the wheels kind of fell off for them. But I watched them play Auburn last week. Brady Cook left the game early, then came back later in the game. So that game, now that's kind of like I don't really know how you can judge that. But what I do know is Alabama being favored by 2 touchdowns, man. A lot of people might think that's crazy. I'm not surprised by the spread at all, to be honest with you. Alabama go out there and take care of this way they should. Alabama should cover the spread. I think Alabama will win this ball game. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the point. I think Alabama will win this ball game. I think Alabama bounces back this week. I don't understand if you Kevin DeBoer and you Nick Sheridan, how you go into this week and this game plan is to not run the football more with the running backs or with Milrow or goddamn it, put Ryan Williams at running back. Give him the goddamn. It don't matter. I feel like they will run the football more this week. I don't understand how you could watch last week's tape and not run it. Missouri's defense thus far has left a lot to be desired. It's not a great defense. Them and Alabama's defense, I think Alabama's is actually better just strictly due to the fact that it's more talented. So Alabama should win this ball game, man. Think about this, man. Let's think about this. As we lose to Vanderbilt, you barely beat South Carolina, you lose to Tennessee, and everybody on tilt, and we don't know what to do. And this, that, and the fourth, and you got AJ McCarron calling out the players saying they worried about TikToks, which I think that was some hater shit. I'll speak on that when I finish this, though. Nonetheless, if Alabama wins Saturday, that is a ranked win against Missouri, right?
Yeah.
You go into your bye week. You get a bye next week to get as healthy as you can get to go on the road and play at Baton Rouge. Whoever win that game will likely get in the playoff. Think about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a matter of take care of your business. It's time to take care of business, man. But I, for one, I'm not giving up on Alabama. I think Alabama, they got too much talent. It's too much potential. It's time to clean up the dumb shit, run the football. The secondary, I ain't gonna lie to you. What I will say this about the secondary, because while it's young, I understand that we should still be getting beat deep as often as we are at this point.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be every game. We getting beat deep 4, 5, 6 times a game. That's a little concerning to me. This is the type of team that can burn you with that, but it should be a big day. LT Overton, Q Robinson, Quay Rousseau, Jahad Campbell, whenever they line him up and he come off the edge. This pass rush should get home this week. Tim Smith, Tim Keenan, James Smith. That defensive line should eat this week, man. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought defensive line played pretty damn well for the majority of that ball game last week. They played pretty damn well most of that ball game. And side note, I thought Deontay Lawson played a hell of a ball game Saturday. I did.
Yeah.
I did. I thought Lawson played a hell of a ball game at Tennessee. I did.
Yeah. They look good.
But you got any score predictions, man?
Let's go 35. Let's go 35-17 Alabama.
35-17 Alabama. I'm gonna go. You got it 35-17. I'm going to go. Giving them 13 and a half. I'm going to go 31-17.
Okay.
I'm going to go 31-17, man. Alabama cover the spread by right on the die. Alabama by 14. Now, I'm going to say this here, man, before we end this episode. Have you seen A.J. McCarron comments?
Yeah, I seen what he said, something about TikToks and all that shit. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm going to say this, man, and nobody can convince me otherwise. I think, don't get it twisted, man. AJ McCarron, one of my favorite players, will come through Alabama. I fuck with AJ McCarron.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, I think the AJ McCarrons of the world, you know what I'm saying, man, the players from that era, from that early 2000s era, I think they're stuck in that time under the Nick Saban era because that's how I notice where they come from. And they want to see Alabama win and succeed. They want to see what they helped build and establish keep going. I understand the frustration. I didn't like how he came at Miro the way that he did. I thought that was very uncalled for. But as far as the TikTok thing, man, it's receipts. AJ McCarron was one of the most active tweet motherfuckers on the team when he was at Alabama.
Yeah.
I find that hypocritical. AJ McCarron, you used to shit on social media when you was at college, fam.
Yeah.
I can't stand when Alabama lose and people point to all these external factors and it's TikTok and they doing pop. But they got nothing to do with the ball games on Saturday, man. Alabama ain't performing well on the field.
Yeah.
I thought this shit, AJ McCarron, it felt real haterish to me. It did. It felt real old man, get off my lawn for me. I ain't fuck with that. I didn't fuck with it. I thought that shit was lame.
Yeah.
I thought this shit was corny. I thought this shit, I didn't like it. I thought this shit was, I don't know why I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought this shit was corny.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on that, man. But you know, that ain't really nothing to damn get into. But you got anything else for the people, man?
No, that's pretty much we didn't touch base on, where Bama at right now. So
oh man, well I tell you what, man. We'll see if Alabama can get back in the win column Saturday at home against Missouri. Man, all the Alabama fans, get in the comments, man. Let me know what score prediction y'all got. Fat got it 35-17 Alabama. I got it 31-17 Alabama. So we both got them covering the spread this weekend, man.
Yep.
Man, well, make sure you do us a favor, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, man. And this is No Excuses. This is the side show from No Excuses, the Alabama portion. We call it the fourth quarter, and we out.
We out.